My name is Froese, and I am from Swift Current, Saskatchewan, and I run a flooring installation company. And I get contracts all across Western Canada, and I've had the privilege of gaining a few here in Fort St. John over the last couple of years. When I came to Evangel for my very first time, it was, I do believe it was November or December of 2018. And during the service, I had an experience where the Holy Ghost manifested to the point where it's probably the most dramatic experience of His presence that I've ever felt. And it's funny because it wasn't during the worship service and it wasn't during the preaching. It actually happened during the offering message. He said that this church is a church that's not afraid to ask for big things. And he was referring to the mortgage that this church had and how they had a goal on achieving it to be paid by 3 years. And the interesting thing is, it's actually not important whether the goal was made or not, because the experience that I had was not based on the goal being completed. It was actually based on the faith that was being exuded in the moment. So Pastor Tony was encouraging the church, we're not afraid to ask for big things. And it was interesting. I could literally point to you the seat that I was sitting in that day. And in that moment, the lights were dimmed, and I didn't know a soul here, and I think I was just sitting by myself. But as he was encouraging the people with this offering message about asking God for big things, the presence of the Holy Ghost came in so strong for me that it felt like a mountain. It was just literally crushing me to the floor. His presence was so amazing. And I mean, having grown up in the church, even growing up in a Mennonite church, I'm not typically a really sensitive Holy Ghost feeling kind of a person. But the fact that the Holy Ghost came and just manifested Himself to me, and with that presence in that moment, really caused me to do some thinking. And I asked the question, Lord, why did you manifest yourself in that moment? And the answer to that question is, these people believe for things that are bigger than they can accomplish themselves. And that, by definition, is what faith is. And that faith ushered in the presence of God so strong that it literally created a lifelong experiential revelation for myself. In that moment, I got the revelation that we need to ask for things bigger than ourselves, much bigger than ourselves, because it actually pleases God. We really need to step up and ask for things that are well beyond what we can accomplish in ourselves, because faith is the only thing that pleases Him. When I walked into this church, I could feel the work that went in behind the scenes. There's an effort to do things the Lord's way. So I want to encourage you all to ask God for big things. And for me, this experience was a huge God encounter that I will have for the rest of my life.